Okay, guys, this is March of 2015, 9.6. It's a long time ago, but tactics are largely the same. And in this battle, we've got an E100 on our team that is playing very conservatively. He went up to here and just decided to play static warfare and take pot shots. And when we saw that happening, unfortunately the Tiger II went forward here, but Kamikaze, who I'm platooned with, is not going to fall into the trap there. On numerous occasions you will encounter a superior force and you can't escape. And to this day, in battles, the heavies, good players, will stop here and not fall victim to that ploy. Another thing too, I'm going to post the screen grab. At the start of this battle, both the Jagdpanzer E100 and the E100 himself both told the team they were no good. It was rather amazing moment of frankness right at the start of a battle. Instead of what braggadocio, you had honesty about deficiencies, which is pretty incredible. And this is one of those battles where, as I keep saying, in video after video after video, in a light tank, if you survive to the end, you can have loads of fun. And something I haven't mentioned is that it becomes simpler in the later stages, right? When there's 15 vehicles driving around on each side, the permutations are sometimes a little bit mind-boggling, but when there's only 3 or 4 guys left, in this case on each side, it becomes far less intellectually taxing to figure out what to do. And I'm just going to advance this battle really fast to get to that point. You know, this is a typical pub. Both sides are losing people. There's just one arty, right? So it doesn't make any sense for me to try to break through. That's a very, what's the word? The risk reward. The reward is not, you know, doesn't justify the risk. And Tiger II is still full health there, amazingly. But he's still, in my opinion, in a false position. And unfortunately, I got caught up in this fight with his T-62, excuse me, Type 62. And I collided with him and hit him. He hit me once, so you know I probably could have avoided that damage. Yeah, we just lost our Jagdpanzer E100, who admitted he was no good. And I'll, like I said, I'll have a screen grab for you so you can read the comments at the start of the fight. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have come over here. I mean, we got a full health bat chat, T-71. And I'm yelling at the E100 to fight somebody. He could, you know, that might be a little bit unfair. He could be landing shots, but, you know, I don't like the scatter, right? That is the number one mistake in World of Tanks, is failure to adopt a formation that is mutually supporting with the flank. The phrase I've been using, the flanks are in contact. Well, they are not in contact here. So here's what I shouldn't have done, but you know, sometimes you just can't resist. That Type 62 seems to be pretty agile there. I missed a shot, and there's the collision. That's a mistake, and he hits me once, and then the Charioteer finishes him off. Okay, now I'm going to really speed things along here to the next, and you can see we're on paper it looks like we're in big trouble. And the WZ-120, see, the WZ-120 just said my 5th loss by matchmaker. Well, dude, you know, that is the wrong mental outlook always. It's defeatist, and you know, great players do not look at things that way. It's not part of their makeup, and that's one of the reasons why they're so good. Okay, so Kamikaze now, he was able to advance because it's a better position at this stage of the battle, and the bat chat can intervene, and you'll see that. So I hit help, and here he comes. Now, he had a problem with preserving his velocity. I don't know if you got track. You'll see the MT-25 is drifting here too much. Yeah, I should point this out. We went to a training room on more than one occasion and pointed out that my MT-25, which weighs a couple tons more than a Batchat, drifted all over the place, whereas the Batchat barely drifted at all. It's just an arbitrary number that they plugged in for the Tier 6. And they plugged in a different number for the Tier ton. It has nothing to do with the weight of the vehicle or the ground resistance. The surface area of my tracks in contact with the ground, or in technical terms, grams per square centimeter, I would say it's virtually the same in the two vehicles. So their drifting characteristics should be largely identical. Well, it was nothing of the kind. Now you'll see that the Batchat performs awesomely here, but then he stops moving, and the TDs over there and the Artie, take him out. It's too bad. And Kamikaze's coming in to help. Right? Batchat reinforced strength. He's got 1,070 HP. But he just got hit. Probably was the Artie, and the Object 263 finished him off. So, like I was saying, there are now 4 people left on each side, and it's a much simpler proposition. And the first step was to get Kamikaze on this side of the slope, so that potentially the Charioteer and him can hit the same target at the same time. Also, he's changing, right? He's moving to a slightly different spot from where they last saw him. So now I've got to start trying to approach those guys through an open, how do I do it? So the first step is to trail my, I should have also mentioned, we got replay surge here where it speeds up and slows down. That stopped around 9.14, something like that. They fixed that problem, but these old replays do this. So, and I'm going to cross this is trailing your coat in front of the enemy, and then I head for this cubby hole and hump the hillside there. And somebody says the scout needs to light them up. What's that? Bleeding obvious to you? And I wasn't seen, and I didn't light anything up there, right? That's why I hid in that cubby hole. Now I'm hiding behind this thing. That ISU didn't see me, you'll notice. And I was accused of being drunk. And now we're at regular speed. It seems incredibly slow. Charioteer is in a good position. Kamikaze is in a good position. And then you go just below, and then you duck down. And that is a 12254, Tier 9. And he is taken out by the Charioteer. And here's some fun. I'm going to do this at regular. In fact, I'll put the fixed camera back on. So the Object 263 decides to come out and play incredibly. And I always try to go at 90 degrees. He misses me. Avoid the collision. Get behind him and start shooting gold rounds. Only got 4 gold rounds left. I think I started this game with 10. Okay, he just used his repair kit, and now, the fun begins. I could get hit by Artie here. There's the T-92 in the distance, so get really close. The SU-152 is not putting in an appearance. And I'm going to hit the pause here. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to accuse the Charioteer of stealing this kill. It really bothers me when I take all the risk, and they deprive me of my reward. And if you look at this replay, there's no doubt he waited until the last second, and then he took out the 263. And as far as I'm concerned, somebody who is staying far away from the fight, maybe they're bad parents too. They snatch the cookie away from the 5-year-old. That makes me the 5-year-old, but so there's the kill, and I wasn't happy about it. A weird thing about this game too is that Object 263 changed his name. I wanted to try to contact him, and literally within hours after this battle, I tried to send him a message because I created a screen grab, a 1080p wallpaper of the two of us dueling, and he had already changed his name, incredibly. So Kamikaiser's going to come in decent health. The Charioteer's going after the T-92, and you know, this is an awesome. Yeah, I said nice kill steal. Sorry, dude. The two ISUs right there, and Cammy can kill him without dying, right? Even if he takes a hit. So it's game over. There we are. Totally awesome. You know, I'm going to say it until my dying day that light tanks, if you preserve yourself for the later stages, you'll have far more interesting experiences in World of Tanks. And dying early is no good. Anyways, it's game over, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And thanks to Kamikaiser. I haven't seen him for ages.